Hey guys, welcome back to Globetrotter Gaming. Today we'll be moving on to part 7 of our gameplay of Suzerain. Let's get going. So for those who watched part 6, there was a shooting at the presidential inauguration ball, and I believe it was an MP was unfortunately killed in front of it, and so now it kind of shows that there's a lot of tension and everyone's very on edge there. So let's try to move on and see what the next step of the narrative is. So before we go here, I do just want to see what this has for connections. We have here then the National Guard, or sorry, the Grand National Assembly. Not sure what a Mansuk Lee, spokesman of the Independent. Is he a new guy? Yeah, I don't really know what it's trying to say about him. It just shows that he's a new thing on here. Oh, different characters here. Okay, I'm not really sure what we're doing there. Just see if on the news it shows anything about that. Maybe it hasn't gone to the next day yet, because it only says, you know, President vetoes bill. Oh, MP shot. Nation in shock. Yeah, the Red Youth is reported to have promised revenge. So yeah, it seems like potentially it might have been an internal thing, but I feel like the way this game's been so far, it's probably going to say, or it's either definitely going to be, or they're going to blame it on some other country there. Kind of like there was that fire, I think it was, where was it here? Oh, actually, it was down here. There was that fire, at the university then, and I think they said they thought it was some sabotage from another country. What was this? Rayne shuts down Richter. President Rayne shut down the calls for cooperation from Friends Richter. Oh yeah, we'll do our job no matter what. I didn't necessarily shut him down, I just told him don't bother him at the, inauguration, but I guess that's how this game is. You say one thing and it's gonna come back in the news, just like real politics. So, I don't think there's anything else around here that needs to be done. Let's just see what we need to do here in Wholesword. So, reading the report, security measures at the Capitol have been heightened after the murder of Bernard Circus. Yeah, looks like stuff that should have happened beforehand, you know, that would have maybe prevented the shooting, but it looks like now they're bumping up security. So there's that, and let's go to the emergency meeting. So the mood was gloomy, as I kind of expect. The cabinet members were gathered to discuss the shooting. Oh, Lilius is always, she's been kind of a downer there, but I mean, I'm sure this is kind of a sad moment of the story anyway. So he was shot dead at 9:03 in front of the palace. He was elected independent member of the assembly, and as you know, a famous communist. Oh, that's why over here when it had, it mentioned he was an independent member. That's why it had here that there's a new leader of the independents. She spat the last word out with some distaste, so clearly not like, she's not a fan of communism. The guards are 50 meters away and immediately took action. And I was a member of the nationalist organization, the Young Swords. So I think the Young Swords kind of align more with the ruling party, and then the other ones, I mean, the communists are with, I think it was called the Red Youth, I want to say. The president and his family were unharmed. She's the Minister of the Interior, I couldn't remember her title. An MP shot near the palace, that's unacceptable. What were the motivations? Why Bernard or Sai was in the target? I'm going to say that is absolutely unacceptable. We are reevaluating our security measures. However, the recession has affected my ministry negatively. I like how she's turning this into a political thing. Like, I get it, but it's also like, okay, a guy was murdered, we need security, and she's like, well, we don't have money. This may well create a dangerous atmosphere where the left versus right political violence could spark once again. A return to those days would be devastating. The coups are the reason why our country stagnated for a decade. And then Nia Morgan, the Minister of Justice, side. The Red Youth have condemned the killing, but didn't stop there. They promised revenge. Oh, yep, yeah, it's the Red Youth against the Young Swords. It's like the capitalist versus communist ones. This in turn will spark further aggression from the Young Swords. It started because Bernard Circus expressed his views. Nia has always been one of the only members of the Justice Ministry truly deserving of her name. She had survived countless attacks on her character while fighting corruption. Freedom of expression is part of our Constitution. We can't have anyone, let alone an MP, shot for voicing different opinions. It's like so, like, you know, determined. I fully agree we should protect freedom of speech. The Malyenivist ideology the Red Youth promotes poses threats to our country. The Nationalist Young Swords have overstepped and they must face consequences. I'm just gonna say we should protect freedom of speech. That seems like a good, like, neutral standpoint. Our laws do, and for good reason. Silencing voices only results in fear and stagnation. We had that before, and I know very well how it was. I hear your concerns. Our police do their best to uphold the rights. We will prevent such an act from happening again by making sure our security measures are reevaluated. Oh, now you're doing it, Lilius. I thought you were saying that the recession hit your department too hard. So, the Minister of Defense grunted in approval and towered over the rest of us in full military uniforms. Agreed, ma'am. Our gendarmerie will help boost the security in the rural areas where possible. There might be more violence to come. We should refrain from making the issue a political one. It will only add fuel to the fire. I'd have to agree with Lucian there. You are right. We need to defuse the situation. Our government is capable to maintain security. Our job will be to reduce tensions. Several police cars rushed past the Maroon Palace, and everyone went silent. See, I kind of agree with the standpoint they're going at, is that, you know, make sure that the police and the military have the power to do what's needed there, but, do what we can from the political standpoint to reduce tensions there. So regardless, a full investigation into all parties is underway. We will soon find the subversives and punish them soon enough. I'll do my best to help coordinate the administrative tasks. So justice will be served, and the rule of law will turn stronger than ever. See, Nia sounds like she's probably the best member of the cabinet so far. She seems very determined, but also intelligent and also non-confrontational. Only if we stay vigilant as a country, we must think about the upcoming budget. It's too soon to jump to conclusions. Reckless acts will have dire consequences. I agree, internal stability must be maintained. We should not lose sight of our real political goals, like the constitutional reforms. I'm going to say it's too soon to jump to conclusions, because it could be, just a rogue actor, or it could be a planned thing. I'm just going to say that one there. Agreed, we need to be patient until we have the full picture. Lucian took some notes. It seems the tensions between the communists and nationalists will escalate further. It'll be very difficult to pass any meaningful change if there's chaos in the country. We can't fix the recession if there's instability. We'll make it through this and deliver our promises. Or we can't pass any reform in such an atmosphere. I'm going to say we can't fix the recession if there is instability, because that kind of goes back to my guy's whole backstory of being an economist. You're alright, we need to trust our ministers, to stabilize the situation if it comes to it. This will be it for today then. We'll convene again soon. Thank you all and keep us updated. The meeting concluded and the ministers left the room with concerned looks. It was hard to anticipate what would happen next. Alright, so yeah, looks like things are definitely getting quite a bit more dramatic, and I'd have to say I'm really starting to like how, actually, what do we have here for continue? Oh, actually, whoops, sorry, I was going to end it there, but I didn't realize that we have this next part here. So a few days later, something dramatic happened. Oh, okay, never mind then. Sorry. I don't really know what the point of that was. So I'm going to have to leave you guys hanging here. I really like the way this story's developing, and I'm actually really excited to see how this progresses in the next part then. So appreciate you guys sticking with me there, and stay tuned for part 8.